South Central in the building. Mud Life, we in the building. Tap in.
Riding around in my town, keep chasing that bag, cause I'ma keep on going. I'ma keep on showing.
All right, guys, so let's get into this video.
Family were celebrating July 4th on the Truman Balcony. Behind the scenes, the Secret Service was investigating the shocking discovery of cocaine just steps from the Oval Office.
How this got into the White House and who brought it in, all of those questions still lingering.
What happened to no one's above the law, right? What happened to democracy?
Your son or daughter, or my son or daughter, my wife, your husband, my mother, your parents. It doesn't matter whether or not they were deprived as a youth. It doesn't matter or not whether or not they had no background that enabled them to become socialized into the fabric of society. It doesn't matter whether or not they're the victims of society. The end result is they're about to knock my mother on the head with a lead pipe, shoot my sister, beat up my wife, take on my sons. So I don't want to ask what made them do this. They must be taken off the street. That's number one. There's a consensus on that. Unless we do something about that cadre of young...
They don't care about democracy as long as it's on their end, right? But this is shameful because black people voted for this guy. They voted for him. They put him in office, right? It's literally drugs inside the White House, right? The adults is in the room, right? The adults are here. We need to hold them accountable. They need to stop getting your vote. When you vote for people like this, you are shamed. This is why people don't, I'm speaking specifically black people because we vote for these people, right? And they spit in our face all the time. This shows you how dysfunctional we are. This is why they don't respect us, right? Why do you keep voting for people like this? I thought justice was blind. What happened? Exactly. They locked your daddy up for the same shit, bro. They locked your mama up for the same shit. They don't care about you. All right. These people are above the law. They showing you that's a two-tier system.
Mr. Chairman, here we are once again, finding on ourselves in a time when justice, once a pillar supporting our democracy, seems to have become a simple commodity, available in different forms and delivered at varying speeds, dependent upon who the target is. There is no clearer example of this than our federal government's treatment of Hunter Biden. Just this week, Americans watched in disappointed awe as the son of a president of the United States received a sweetheart deal on tax fraud and a felony gun possession. Can you fathom for a moment the consequences for one of my constituents?
Above the law. They showing you that's a two-tier system. There's a club and you ain't in it. Right? Check this out.
Look for it. Be happy with what you got. Because the owners of this country don't want that. I'm talking about the real owners now. The real owners, the big wealthy business interests that control things and make all the important decisions. Forget the politicians. The politicians are put there to give you the idea that you have freedom of choice. You don't. You have no choice. You have owners. They own you. They own everything. They own all the important land. They own and control the corporations. They've long since bought and paid for the Senate, the Congress, the state houses, the city halls. They got the judges in their back pockets. And they own all the big media companies, so they control just about all of the news and information you get to hear. They got you by the balls. They spend billions of dollars every year lobbying to get what they want. Well, we know what they want. They want more for themselves and less for everybody else. But I'll tell you what they don't want. They don't want a population of citizens capable of critical thinking. They don't want well-informed, well-educated people capable of critical thinking. They're not interested in that. That doesn't help them. That's against their interest. That's right. They don't want people who are smart enough to sit around the kitchen table and figure out how badly they're getting fucked by a system that threw them overboard 30 fucking years ago. They don't want that. You know what they want? They want obedient workers. Obedient workers. People who are just smart enough to run the machines and do the paperwork and just dumb enough to passively accept all these increasingly shittier jobs with the lower pay, the longer hours, the reduced benefits, the end of overtime, and the vanishing pension that disappears the minute you go to collect it. And now they're coming for your Social Security money. They want your fucking retirement money. They want it back. so they can give it to their criminal friends on Wall Street. And you know something? They'll get it. They'll get it all from you sooner or later because they own this fucking place. It's a big club, and you ain't in it.
He's telling the exact truth. He's telling the truth, guys. And it's your fault if you don't believe it. It used to be conspiracy. All I'm saying is it used to be conspiracy. Now it's not. Right? Do your homework, man. This shit is crazy. Stay tapped in.
We be really politicking while we whipping in the kitchen. God be my witness. At the age of 15, I was fighting my fitness.